So in today's class, we are going to start with a new topic which is related to Newton's second law. Newton's second law से related है. And we are going to start with that topic. That topic is called as impulse. Impulse. First of all, ये impulse. What is impulse? Have you ever played a game? When you would be in class 6, 7, 8, you would be having some hankies. You just rotate it, घुमाते हो और फिर अपने दोस्त को खींच के मारते हो, वापस खींच लेते हो. Have you done that?
Yes.
I know most of you have done that. So उस टाइम पे क्या होता है? At that particular time, आपके हाथ पे force is applied for a very small duration of time. When a force is applied on a body for a very short duration of time, when a force is applied on a body for very short duration of time, then that complete thing is called as what? Impulse. So let's see. When a force is applied, on the body for very short time interval, you can write that delta t tending towards 0. This should be very, very small. Delta t should be very, very small. Then the product of force and time interval is called impulse. Denoted by capital I. This is impulse. I is equals to F dt. You can also write like this. Just a second. In this case, limit delta t is tending towards 0. F delta t, which can be written as I is equals to F dt. Okay. When a force is applied on body for a very short duration of time, for a very short interval of time, then the product of force and time is called as what? Impulse. So the impulse, you might have seen sometimes when a cricketer flicks the ball, you might think there was no effort in that particular thing, then also ball is moving through a very large distance. युवराज सिंह का छक्का देखा है? जब पहले उसे छक्का मारा था, he just used to touch the ball and the ball used to get flicked. That when a ball is hitting the bat for a very short duration of time, ball has hit the bat for a very short duration of time, and it is the force is being applied on the bat. So a impulse is being imparted. Impulse, when a force is applied on a body for a very short duration of time. अब किसी को थप्पड़ मारो आराम से, बट एक बार अचानक से तेज थप्पड़ मारो उतने ही फोर्स से, what will happen when the force will be applied for a very short duration of time, then that particular thing will be called as what? Impulse. Now it has a relation with the Newton's second law. It has a relation with Newton's second law. Let's see. According to Newton's second law, beta, have you all done this?
Yes, sir.
So according to Newton's second law, what is going to happen? Let's see. According to Newton's second law, we know, according to Newton's second law, F is equals to delta P upon delta T. Yes or no?
Yes.
Rate of change of momentum. I have told you the statement, rate of change of momentum delta P upon delta T is equals to what? is equals to the force applied on the body. The rate at which the momentum of the body is changing. The rate at which the momentum of the body is changing is called as the force applied on that body. If the rate will be very fast, high force is applied. If the rate will be very slow, small force is applied. Yes or no? So F is equals to delta P upon delta T. This from here we can write delta P is equals to F delta T. Yes or no? Yes. So delta P is equals to F delta T. Bacha, if this delta T would become very small, because F की value छोड़ो, if this delta T will become very small, then this delta P will also become very small. If delta T is very small, then we can write it F dt, which is equals to what? dp. Yes or no? F dt is equals to what? dp. It means, and just now we have done, F dt is what? Impulse. Means impulse can also be considered as what? Impulse can also be considered as, impulse can also be called as change in momentum. Change in momentum of the body. Momentum of body is called as impulse imparted on that particular body. Put it down from here. Impulse is momentum is a vector quantity, therefore impulse is also a vector quantity. You can write below that impulse is a vector quantity. Impulse is a vector quantity whose direction is same as the direction of change in momentum. Whose direction is same as the direction of change in momentum. Have you all got that? So bacha, in this case we have gone through the impulse. Impulse is clear to all of you, and the formula for impulse is, you can either find the change in momentum of the body. If you find the change in the momentum, that is also equals to the impulse. Yes or no? And if you know the force and time interval, then you just multiply both of them and you will get what? Impulse. There are two formulas, right? We have seen here right now. So let's have a question. Bacha, in this case, suppose there is a ball and there is a ball. There is a ball and there is a ball. Okay? The mass of the ball is n. Capital N. Let n be the mass of the ball, and it is a ball. This ball is moving towards the ball with the velocity v. Is moving towards the ball with the velocity v. First of all, understand the concept. Then I'll be giving you time to note it down. M is the mass which is moving towards the ball with the velocity v. Suppose it strikes the ball. Ball will go and it will strike the ball. After striking the ball, it will bounce back. Suppose it bounces back with the same velocity. This is initial, and this m mass is bouncing back same with velocity v. same speed in opposite direction. After striking this particular wall, first it was moving towards the wall, it struck the wall, and then it bounced back in the opposite direction with the same speed. Now I am going to ask you, what is the impulse imparted? What is the amount of impulse? So the problem is we have two formulas. Impulse formula we have I is equals to f dt, and also we have the formula I is equals to delta p. What is the initial momentum? P initial mv, and P final mv. This is the point where you are wrong. I have already told you, momentum is a vector quantity. And the momentum, direction of the momentum is same as direction of velocity. Suppose that is positive x direction and this is negative x direction. So P initial should be written as, suppose in x direction, according to base vectors I cap, j cap and k cap. I was telling that in x direction the direction would be I cap and the negative x direction will be minus of I cap. So we can write P initial is equals to mv I cap, let that direction be positive direction and this direction as negative. So P final will be how much? N into V minus of mv I cap. Why I am using minus of mv? ये minus I cap था, minus I cap, minus मैंने आगे ले आया. Is that clear?
Yes.
This was the initial momentum, this was the final momentum. Now in this case delta P is equals to P final minus P initial. Okay, P final minus P initial. P final is minus of mv I cap minus mv of I cap. ये P initial है, mv I cap. ओके, ये माइनस, ये वाला माइनस है, ये P final minus of mv I cap है. बच्चा, it will become minus of 2 mv I cap. Minus of 2 mv I cap. This is change in momentum and this is also equals to impulse. Have you got that? Impulse is calculated like this if you don't have the force and time dt. Okay. Now another question. A bowler has thrown a ball. Okay. And the force applied by the ball on the bat. The force applied by the ball on the bat. Let it be 5 Newton. Let it be 5 Newton. Another example I am giving. The force is applied of 5 Newton. Okay, and when the ball strikes the bat and the ball was in contact with the bat for, let it be 0.001 seconds. It was how much? 0.001 second, because it is not going to stick to the bat. Just a flick. Yes or no? Just a flick. So 5 Newton and 0.001 second. So in this case, the impulse imparted will be how much? I is equals to 0.005, and you can use the unit of momentum because you know this. I is equals to change in momentum. What unit we are going to use here? Kg meter per second. The unit of impulse is what? Kg meter per second. Yes or no? Any doubts, anyone regarding anything? You can ask me right now, beta. Okay? Stop the video.